So we have light from the sun reaching the earth in 8.3 minutes, and we're given the velocity of light as 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. The question is, how far is the earth from the sun? So let's say here is the earth, and then here is the sun. Okay, so light leaves the sun, travels to the earth, and we know the velocity of the light is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, and we know that it takes a time of 8.3 minutes to make the journey. All right, so the question is, what is the distance from the sun to the earth? So what equation fits this problem? Matt? Yeah, that's true. D equals RT. But how did I teach it earlier this week? That's right. What you said is not wrong. The way I gave it to you was what?
Negative, or delta x equals v times delta t.
So it's the definition of velocity. The definition of velocity is displacement over time. So from the sun to the earth, this distance is the displacement. So we're taking this equation, you're taking the definition of velocity, and the displacement will be velocity multiplied by time. And that's what Matt said. Distance equals rate times time. So that's another way. I didn't teach it to you that way. So let's just look at it the way I gave it to you. Now, what do we notice about the units? The time is in minutes, and then the velocity is using what? Seconds. Do minutes and seconds work together? No. So what we have to do is we got to convert 8.3 minutes into seconds. So there's 60 seconds in a minute. So 8.3 minutes is 498 seconds. So now we can solve for the delta x, the displacement. So the velocity is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, and our time is 498 seconds. So seconds cancel, and we get a displacement of I'm going to round this off to 1.5 times 10 to the 11th meters. So that's the answer to A. Now, the rest of these questions are what? Conversions. So, B, now we want it in miles. So you're going to go, so for part B, you're going to say 1.5 times 10 to the 11th meters, and then you set up a conversion. So you can go straight from meters to miles. So meter on the bottom, miles on the top. 1 mile is 1,609 meters. I'll give you conversions on the test. You don't have to memorize these conversions. So 1.5. So that's 2.4 times 10 to the 14. Okay. And I think you guys can do the rest, C and D. You need to see C or D? Yeah. Number 20. Okay, any questions on this one? All right.